live from historic Leimert Park in Los Angeles, California. I'm Tavis Smiley, and I'm so glad to see you and me back in stride again. Before we get started with today's show, let me invite you to follow me on Facebook and Instagram at The Real Tavis Smiley and get updates on X, that's formerly Twitter, at Tavis Smiley. By the way, should you miss any part of today's program or want to catch up on previous shows, you can always visit thetavisSmileyShow.com. That's thetavisSmileyShow.com, or wherever you get your podcast, and listen to the Tavis Smiley podcast version of this live program at your leisure. Another great show on tap for you today. In our second hour, two conversations. Up first, the Surgeon General has issued a warning about children in social media and has called for a warning label on social media platforms. How would that work? We'll talk about it with family physician Dr. Bernadette Anderson at the top of hour two. On the B side of hour two, following an empowering Climate Justice Symposium last night live in prime time on C-SPAN, we will speak with attorney and environmentalist Tamara Toles O'Laughlin in our continuing series on climate care and racial equity. In our third hour today, Pulitzer Prize-winning podcaster and writer Johannes LaCour on how he turned his life around after prison and his efforts to use media to tell our stories and to seek justice. When we kick off this Juneteenth show, by the way, happy Juneteenth, we kick off today's show in conversation with Dr. Daniel Black, professor of African American Studies at Clark Atlanta University. Before I bring Dr. Black up and we commence this conversation, let me just tell you that of all the commencement speeches I heard this season, none grabbed my attention like the commencement speech given by Dr. Daniel Black at his alma mater, Clark Atlanta University. I'm going to play just a few minutes of this to give you a sense of how this how this brother just took flight. This is how he took flight when he stepped to the podium. Take it away, come on.
Ladies and gentlemen, our 2024 Commencement Convocation Orator, Dr. Daniel Black.
Here they come, y'all, here they come. Here they come, y'all, here they come. Here they come, y'all, here they come. Doctors, lawyers, writers, business owners, teachers, healers, rappers, preachers. Here they come, y'all, here they come. Psychologists and sociologists and anthropologists and ethnomusicologists and paleontologists. Here they come, y'all, here they come. Anesthesiologists and cosmetologists, dermatologists and embryologists, ontologists, epidemiologists, ophthalmologists, radiologists, blackologists. Here they come, y'all, here they come. Computer scientists, mechanical engineers, nurses, architects, radio, television, film producers, economists, accountants, marketing executives, chemists, business analysts. Here they come, y'all, here they come. Musicians, mathematicians, astronauts, philosophers, pharmacists, dentists, historians, speech therapists, HR specialists, painters, dancers, actors, janitors, street sweepers, post office workers, plumbers, electricians, paramedics, bakers, construction workers, hairdressers, insurance agents, librarians, veterinarians, humanitarians. Here they come, y'all. Here they come. The dream of the slave, the hope of the angels, the promise of the ancestors, the answers to grandmama's prayers.
That's just a taste of how he took flight. I wish I had time to play the whole thing for you, but our guest in this first hour is Dr. Daniel Black. We will reflect on that commencement speech, talk politics, economics, social issues, and whatever else we need to cover in this hour. The Dr. Daniel Black is back on this program. We'll commence that dialogue with him when we come forward. June, as you well know, is Black Music Month. Every day on this program, we choose a different artist, and we play the best of their stuff all 3 hours of our show, weaving in and out of these brilliant conversations with these great guests. Today is Juneteenth, so how about the godfather of soul all day today, James Brown?
What you gonna play now? Bobby, I don't know, but whatsoever I play, it's got to be funky. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, make it funky! Make it funky! Ha! Make it funky! I got to make it funky! Make it funky! Make it funky! Tell me, ain't it? Make it funky! No, it is! Make it funky! Got to do it now! Make it funky! Got to do it now! Make it funky! Got to do it now! Make it funky! Oh yes! Make it funky! Got to do it up. Make it funky. Oh yes, I got to do it up. Make it funky.
This is Tavis Smiley.
Listen up here. If you've not been feeling yourself lately, if your weight loss dreams have turned into weight gain nightmares, if you've been chasing 20 pounds for 20 years, maybe it's time for D-Herbs. D-Herbs Full Body Cleanse is a natural cleansing regimen that can help you lose 20 pounds in just 20 days. The Full Body Cleanse will also boost your immune system and improve your digestion. With summer just around the corner, well, I keep saying that. It's actually here right now. It got hot yesterday. You probably felt that. You can stop chasing those 20 pounds and propel yourself right now into a healthier lifestyle. To reboot your system and lose weight, go to dherbs.com and order your Full Body Cleanse or call 866-434-3727. If you mention Tavis, they'll give you a discount at checkout. dherbs.com. Experience healing.
Make a move into a home of your own. With City National Bank's Ladder Up Home Loan Grant, you could receive up to $20,000 that you never need to pay back. Use it toward your down payment, save on closing costs, or to buy down your mortgage rate. Find out more at cnb.com/ladderuphome. City National, here for every stage of the journey. Property must be in a qualifying market in California, New York, or New Jersey. Additional terms and conditions apply. Not all applicants will qualify. Terms are subject to change without notice. City National Bank is an equal housing lender. Member FDIC. NMLS number 536994.
Looks like Bobby needs a ride again.
Grab the keys. Let's take our auntie to the swap meet. Grab the keys.
Whether you're giving rides or hauling gear, do it all in a Chevy SUV. Head to your local Chevy dealer, where well-qualified buyers get 1.9% financing on all 2024 Malibu, Colorado, Blazer, Equinox, Trailblazer, and Traverse limited models. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
1.9% APR for 36 months. Monthly payment is $28.60 for every $1,000 you finance. Example down payment 15.8% must finance with GM Financial. Some customers may not qualify. Not available with lease and some other offers. Take new retail delivery by 7/1/24.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With Venture X, earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy and turn everyday purchases into extraordinary trips. Plus, receive premium travel benefits like access to over 1,300 airport lounges where you just check in and chill out. Open up a world of possibilities with Capital One. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
No one knows the importance of a great assist more than Lowe's and Leo Messi. That's why we've teamed up to give MVP's Pro Rewards members 10 times the points when Messi makes an assist during CONMEBOL Copa America USA 2024. Activate this offer starting June 20th, so when Messi assists, you score. Shop the day after an assist to earn those extra points. Not an MVP's Pro Rewards member? Join today.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580 reminding you that we keep us safe. Pro Football Hall of Famer and urban peace pioneer Jim Brown believed in just that. So he founded the Amera I Can Foundation for Social Change in 1988, focusing on at-risk and high-risk youth in underserved schools and juvenile detention facilities, as well as adult incarceration and reentry initiatives. The core of the Amera I Can program is its 15-chapter life skills curriculum. Mastery of these skills allows individuals to meet their academic potential, conform their behavior to acceptable societal standards, and improve the quality of their lives by equipping them with what they need to confidently and successfully contribute to society. Today, the foundation is led by its president, Monique Brown, who has been actively involved in the organization for more than 25 years. The Amera I Can Foundation continues its work in memory of its founder, actor, philanthropist, and NFL legend Jim Brown. To get involved or make a donation, please visit AmeriICanCommunity.partners. That's AmeriICanCommunity.partners. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
Let's get back to more of Tavis Smiley right now.
Tavis Smiley, that's the godfather of soul, James Brown. And you'll be hearing some of the best of James Brown all 3 hours of our program today as we celebrate Juneteenth. And Juneteenth, of course, falls in the month of June, which is also Black Music Month. And so every day on this program, we choose a different artist of the day and play some of the best of their stuff all 3 hours as we celebrate the artistic genius of so many great Black artists. Today, it's James Brown. I am pleased to welcome to this program Dr. Daniel Black. Dr. Black, how are you, sir?
I am magnificent, my brother. Thank you for having me.
Here he come, y'all. Here he come. Here he come, y'all. Here he come. That man. Doc, I, as you know, I called you when I heard the commencement and told you.
Yes, sir.
I called you personally to tell you how that thing hit me so hard. Just reflect, if you will, for a few minutes, reflect on the commencement speech, on your preparation for it, on the response to it. That thing went viral. It's been seen millions and millions and millions of times now. Tell me about that commencement speech.
Well, you know, Brother Tavis, a lot was at stake, man. A lot was at stake because I'm a sitting Black college professor, meaning I currently work there. And typically, sitting professors are never, ever, ever asked to bring the commencement address anywhere in the country.
That's right.
That just never happens. And it happened this one rare time. And so I knew a lot was at stake. I knew the eyes were on me. And there was a lot of pressure because, you know, I'm in the AU Center here in Atlanta. We all graduate the same weekend, Clark, Atlanta, Morehouse, Spelman. Morehouse had President Biden. Spelman had Angela Bassett, you know. Mm-hmm. And so folks were like, well, who is this Daniel Black? You know, who is this guy? You know. So I said, Holy Ghost, ancestors, y'all got to help me out now. You know, we got to pull off something magical. And I think that happened. You know, I was out walking one day, and literally God gave me the whole speech. It came in like 10 minutes. Mm. The whole thing came. I opened up my computer, just poured into my computer, and I said, okay, I'm ready. I'm ready now. I'm ready. And the response has been more than anything I could ever have dreamed. Students have a pride in the university. They have an excitement. They were fired up. They were inspired. I mean, the way students were just screaming and weeping, it's just something I'll never, ever, ever, ever forget. And then all over the country, Black folks, white folks have just called me. The senator called me. The governor of the state contacted us. And it's just something so unbelievably remarkable. And it's really shown me, too, that Black people in America are really ready for doses of self-love, man. And doses of things that are unapologetic about Black genius and about Black excellence and about Black greatness. And it looks like I fed it to them.
Yeah. I want to come back to that frame that you put us in when you stepped to the podium, as I said a moment ago, and just uttered those words. Here they come, y'all. Here they come.
Here they come.
Here they come, y'all. Here they come. Tell me about that phrase, because again, you then went into all of the myriad ways that we see Black excellence on display every day.
Yes.
But it was almost as if it was almost like a warning to America. Here they come, y'all. Here they come.
Yes.
We have prepared these students. Go. You take it away. Go ahead.
Yes. Yeah. In my head, I asked myself, if the ancestors were sitting here and watching students come in these rows, what would the ancestors be thinking? And what came to me is that the ancestors would be saying, here they come. Because these are their children. These are their grandchildren. These are their dreams. These are their hopes. And I just imagine our ancestors saying, here they come, y'all. Here they come. Here they come. Baby, here they come. Here they come. Because these Black, regal, royal men and women with their heads held high, having achieved something not only that America thought would never happen, but in fact, these are the descendants of those who came here in chains. And I just thought about the pride Black ancestors have in watching our children acquire these kinds of achievements. And that phrase just rang in my head. Here they come. Here they come, y'all. Here they come. Here they come, y'all.
Now you turned that phrase. You worked it beautifully, and everybody now is uttering that phrase. Here, I use it all the time. Here they come, y'all. Here they come. Here they come, y'all. Here they
Everybody
come.
says, man. It's so crazy.
What is in this present moment? What is your critique of Black excellence in this moment?
You know what, Tavis? Off the top of my head, my only critique of Black excellence is sometimes, not all the time, sometimes we cheat Black excellence by using white manifestations of things as our common denominator. In other words, we compare ourselves to white things and white folks too much. And in those comparisons, we often use white people as the standard. But the reason that's a cheating of Black excellence is because very often in white culture in America, it is beneath the excellence of Blackness. Like if you compare white folks' Thanksgiving dinner to Black people's Thanksgiving dinner, I don't want no stuffing. I want some dressing. Come on, somebody.
What is that about? I'm not naive in asking this, but this is an age-old conundrum. What is it about us that does, in fact, put us in a frame where we are always comparing anything that is regarded as Black excellence, comparing it to something white? In other words, we seem to be obsessed with that normative white gaze.
Yes, and it's because historically, manifestations of whiteness were financially rewarded. You got paid for being more like white folks. There were all kinds of advantages for Black people performing whiteness and performing white supremacy. The culture would applaud you and perform you and exalt you and lift you up. But it wasn't necessarily better. It wasn't necessarily excellent. Yes, for example, yes, white folks might have a physically better church. Yes, the stained glass might be gorgeous. The ceilings might be high. Pipe organs, absolutely. But no. I want that Black church singing. Even if the building is dilapidated, give me those Black voices. See, I wouldn't trade you those Black voices over a pretty sanctuary. And that's what we've got to understand, that our wealth and our excellence is actually bound up in ourselves and our culture. In fact, the truth of the matter is we had to be extraordinary for somebody to travel halfway around the world to come get me. It had to be extraordinary. And the truth is, it is and always has been. Which is why I don't care where whiteness has been, it has always employed Blackness for its undergirding. cleaning the house, playing the piano, making the music, playing for the parties, whatever. Blackness has always been necessary for the undergirding of white supremacy.
You know the irony is you speak. You're speaking truth, obviously, but the irony that occurs to me as you unpack this is that while there are too many of us in this present moment, even who are still, as I said earlier, obsessed with this normative white gaze.
Yes.
The irony is what you just laid out, is that white culture has always copied the best of black culture, and I'm wrestling with this duality here. We are obsessed. We crave this white gaze, and yet it is what we offer the world that everybody wants to copy and emulate. Can you juxtapose those two things for me?
I can. I absolutely can. And again, the difference comes down to cash, as it does in America in most things. Mm-hmm. It comes down to money. For example, you have all of these black players in a thing called the NBA, right? Mm-hmm. Why in the world would any team owners be white? Why would any of them submit to anything white? Even the NBA as an organization. Why in the world would all those black men create their own league? Because there's a way in which we think the normative white gaze is necessary for a thing to be its optimal best. We have been taught things. We are brainwashed because, see, many of our sports folks are unbelievably talented, but not necessarily excellently educated. Mm. And again, or like the football league, I'll never forget when Colin Kaepernick took a knee. What I thought was going to happen, what I prayed would happen, is that every brother in the NFL just walk out. Mm. Do you know how we would have shut down the NFL in 1 hour? Most of the league is us. Mm. But folks were too afraid that they were going to lose a paycheck. Folks were too afraid that they were going to get disassociated, right, from the lifeline of their income. And so we become slaves to cash. And white folks in America know this. Business owners, they know this. Yeah. The real interesting thing is if we ever got clear that the same folks who are perpetuating the organization can run it too. Okay, then we just have our own. This is why what I thought was brilliant about the Negro League, in terms of baseball. Yeah. But what white folks did simply was to buy them out.
Yeah. Somebody said cream, cash rules everything around me. So I take the point you're making. So as you're talking again, you always have me. My mind is racing, trying to keep up with you every time you come on this program. As you were just talking now about why these black NBA players wouldn't have their own league and why these NFL players didn't all walk out when Colin took a knee, that requires a level of solidarity in Black America that I've only seen happen one time. Now, you're the professor. You teach this stuff every day. But let me try my thesis on you, and you tell me whether or not you disagree, or if I need to be disabused of this notion, then disabuse me, please. But when it comes to black solidarity, there's one example above all others that stands out for me. I do not believe in any other aspect of black life in America we have ever achieved this apex again. And that would be, for me, the Montgomery bus boycott.
Montgomery bus boycott.
Is there anything else to your mind that comes close to the solidarity of a mass of black people in black history? I don't know what that would be.
And let me tell you what's so profound about what you're saying. I totally agree. And I teach the Montgomery bus boycott. Mm-hmm. I mean, the fact that black folks can get together and not one brother or sister get on these buses, I'm always fascinated by that. Yep. But what most people fail to realize that we must talk about is the majority of black folks in Montgomery were not tied into European intellectual and academic spaces. Mm. Mm. The majority of black people were not tied to European intellectual and academic spaces. In other words, we were still in many ways culturally in our own spaces. It was black churches where we met and worked this out. Not black universities. In other words, it was our own institutions whereby we organized and made this possible.
Hold that thought. It's a profound point. It's a profound point, and I ain't done working it yet either. So when we come forward, we will pick up on that part, as they say, and continue our dialogue with our esteemed guest in this first hour. He killed it at Clark Atlanta University's commencement this year. He's our guest, and I'm glad about it. Dr. Daniel Black on Tavis Smiley.
Unapologetically progressive. Unapologetically black. You're tapped into Tavis Smiley.
Paid for by government.com. Did you know the United States Mint has issued a new Morgan silver dollar coin in proof condition for the first time? Not only that, they are also minted in 99.9% pure silver for the first time ever in history. Coin experts are calling this an amazing opportunity for anyone that knows the enduring popularity of Morgans. But you must hurry. Only 400,000 of these legal tender silver dollars were issued. These first ever Morgan silver dollars are brand new with stunning mirror-like finish, minted by the iconic San Francisco Mint. Call now and you're guaranteed a new first ever 99.9% pure silver proof Morgan dollar. To learn more, call 1-800-973-9717. If you order now, you will receive a free coin collector bonus pack, a $25 value, free with every order. Call 1-800-973-9717 now to secure your new Morgan silver dollars before they are gone. That's 1-800-973-9717.
I'm Mike Moore. Here's the latest from the Black Information Network. Flooding is possible in Texas as a potential tropical storm brews in the Gulf of Mexico. A tropical storm warning was issued early Tuesday for coastal towns in southern Texas, with the residents urged to prepare for heavy rain, flooding, and possible tornadoes. The weather is being churned up by a storm system that's currently less than 400 miles southeast of Brownsville and is forecast to become a tropical storm sometime today. The state of Illinois is set to hold hearings on reparations. The state's African Descent Citizens Reparations Commission announced the first hearing will take place in Chicago July 13th. The series of public hearings will discuss reparatory actions for Black Americans in Illinois who are descendants of American chattel slavery. And that's the latest. I'm Mike Moore from your 24/7 news source, the Black Information Network, and BINnews.com.
Make sure your family is well taken care of with life insurance. Protect your phones, laptops, and more with electronic device insurance. And even cover your furry friends with pet health insurance. Visit Progressive.com or call 1-800-PROGRESSIVE.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580 believes in community empowerment through the arts. Tia Chucha Central Cultural is on a mission to transform community in the Northeast San Fernando Valley and beyond through ancestral knowledge, the arts, literacy, and creative engagement. The Northeast San Fernando Valley has a population of about 500,000, the size of the city of Oakland, yet it has no bookstores, art galleries, or full-fledged cultural spaces until Tia Chucha's opened its doors in 2001. Founded by renowned poet and activist Luis Rodriguez, Tia Chucha's Cultural Center provides a year-round free or low-cost arts and literacy bilingual intergenerational programming in mural painting, music, dance, writing, visual arts, healing art sessions, and healing talking circles. Activities also include Mexica, Aztec dance, indigenous cosmology, philosophy, and 2 weekly open mic nights, one in Spanish, the other in English. In addition, they host author readings, film screenings, and art exhibits. To express yourself, heal yourself, attend an event, or volunteer, please visit www.tiachucha.org. That's TIACHUCHA.org. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
Is this the This is the KBLA Sports Minute with Ray Richardson.
Today's generation of baseball players and fans didn't have the opportunity to see Willie Mays play in person. He retired in 1973. All they have are video highlights of his spectacular 24-year career. It doesn't change the fact that Willie Mays is the greatest player in Major League Baseball history. Willie Mays, known as the Say Hey Kid, passed away Tuesday night. The baseball icon was 93. Mays played with a combination of power, speed, and defense that may never be matched. Mays was a 24-time All-Star, a 12-time Gold Glove winner as a center fielder, and was voted National League MVP twice with the San Francisco Giants. In the 8th inning of Game 1 in the 1954 World Series, running toward the center field wall with his back to the infield, Mays made the most famous catch in baseball history when he tracked down a deep drive off the bat of Cleveland's Vic Wertz. Look it up on YouTube. No debates, no speculation, just the info you need. That's your KBLA Sports Minute. I'm Ray Richardson on KBLA Talk 1580.
Yeah, y'all, come on. Here come the drums.
At KBLA Talk 1580, we fight the power every day.
Yeah, gotta give us what we want. Gotta give us what we need. Hey.
I listen to KBLA and I love the commercials. I know what the commercials mean. I also, if I'm looking and trying to figure something out, I need something to talk to me that might hit me. And it happens on TV because, you know, every time they show a sporting event, they got the pharmaceutical companies back to back telling people how to fix the sickness on the same stuff that they sell them. So we get it.
Yep, we get it too, Chuck D. And that's why at KBLA Talk 1580, we don't black down.
Drop it. Our freedom of speech is freedom of death. We got to fight the powers that be. Fight the power. Fight the power.
Around here, we don't believe in victimhood. We believe in raising our voices, amplifying black voices in the climate conversation. We're KBLA Talk 1580.
Hey there, Los Angeles. This is James Lucky Jr., publisher and editor of Los Angeles News Observer. Are you hungry for news that matters to you in the African-American communities of Los Angeles? Well, buckle up, because we got the scoop you've been craving. Stay in the know and never miss a beat with our free weekly publications conveniently available near you. Or hop on the digital wave and become an exclusive subscriber at OGNSC.com. Don't forget to join the party on Instagram and Twitter at OGNSCINC for behind-the-scenes access and sizzling updates. No more FOMO. Let's stay informed, connected, and empowered together.
He's rooting for everybody black. Everybody black. More of Tavis Smiley coming your way right now.
Fellas, I'm ready to get up and do my thing. Go ahead. I want to get into it, man, you know. Like a sex machine, man. Moving, doing it, you know. Can I count it off? 1, 2, 3, 4. Get up, get on up. Get up, get on up. Stay on the scene. Get on up. Like a sex machine. Get on up. Get up, get on up. Get up, get on up. Stay on the scene. Get on up. Like a sex machine. Get on up. Get up, get on up. Stay on the scene. Get on up. Like a sex machine. Get on up. Wait a minute. Shake your arm. Then use your palm. Stay on the scene. Like a sex machine.
See, listen, y'all. Anywhere you go, where the Holy Ghost resides, there will be magic. There will be promise. There will be possibilities. And the Holy Ghost has come today to tell you that you didn't pay all this money to doubt yourself. You didn't pay all this money to wonder if you're good enough. You didn't pay all this money to be unsure of your beauty. You didn't pay all this money to wonder whether or not you're going to get a job. You didn't pay all this money to sit on the sidelines and clap. No, ma'am, no, sir. Listen, if Harriet Tubman ran to freedom, you can run to your destiny.
That's Dr. Daniel Black at Clark Atlanta University's commencement this year. I wish I could play you the whole thing, but you have to do yourself. It's Juneteenth. It's Juneteenth, y'all. And if you want to be inspired, you want to be enlightened, you want to be encouraged, you want to be empowered, go to Google, go somewhere, and just type in Dr. Daniel Black CAU Commencement. And I promise you it will come up, and you'll see all the millions of folk who have viewed this thing. But if you want to uplift yourself today on Juneteenth, just check out Dr. Daniel Black's commencement this year, commencement speech at his alma mater, where he still teaches, Clark Atlanta University. I can assure you, you will levitate out of whatever room you're in when you decide to move. You'll just levitate right on out of there because it is such an uplifting presentation, and I'm pleased to have Dr. Black back on this program. We were talking a moment ago, you were just warming up about But
Yes.
for those who may have just tuned in, let me reset this right quick. I was saying to Dr. Black moments ago that when it comes to black solidarity, this is Juneteenth. When it comes to black solidarity, there is no example to my mind that is better than, I think Montgomery is the quintessential example of what black solidarity looks like. And I don't know that in the black experience in this country, we have ever replicated the solidarity of Montgomery. And you were breaking down some nuances that you teach in your class about the bus boycott. Take it away.
Yes. Well, number one, again, we did the Montgomery bus boycott as the fruit of black institutions, the black church, primarily, not as a result of black intellectual inquiry or the government. No, in other words, that kind of unity came because black people built a movement based upon the institutions in the black community. The same folks who were teaching Sunday school led this movement. The same people who were mowing the yard led this movement. This movement was not led by King. It was not. King was present. This movement was really, if you're going to really be honest, it was really led primarily by women, folks like Joanne Robinson, etc. Folks, it was led by those who were on the ground doing everyday kind of work, who were fed up with the way they were treated in Montgomery, and it was so excellently executed. Because, again, it was organized by the brilliance of everyday black folks. That's incredibly important to realize. That's a second thing I think that's also incredibly important to realize in terms of the unity of Montgomery. And that is this. It was also absolutely positively possible because these people shared something. And the thing they shared was a belief in something invisible. They believed that something invisible was on their side. They believed that something invisible was fighting for them. These people collectively, they had a collective consciousness that included an invisible agent that nothing and nobody could take away from them.
I want to circle back to something else you teed up for me earlier in this conversation. And this came up last night in our symposium live on C-SPAN. I was honored to moderate once again an all-star panel of black thinkers, thought leaders, opinion makers last night for 3 hours live on C-SPAN in prime time, talking about what I regard as the urgency of now, climate justice, climate equity, climate resilience for our people. So it was an amazing conversation last night on C-SPAN. I know they're rebroadcasting it, I'm sure, today on all the C-SPAN channels. So if you missed it, I'm sure if you check the schedule, I'm sure that C-SPAN is rebroadcasting that today on the Juneteenth holiday. But this came up last night, and you teed it up for me again in this conversation. That is this notion, as we talked earlier about black excellence and your beautiful refrain, here they come, y'all, here they come, here they come, y'all, here they come. When they come or when they go, too many of them end up being consumers and not producers. That is not what you were aiming for in your remarks about the way they can express themselves and express the excellence that they've now been prepared to achieve at Clark Atlanta and other HBCUs for that matter. But what say you about this notion, even in 2024, about black people as consumers and yet not enough of us as producers, whatever frame you want to put us in, whatever field of human endeavor we're talking about?
Tavis, kids don't end up anything. We make them. This is very important. They don't end up anywhere. When I say here they come, they don't go somewhere that they weren't directed. See, the first thing we have to do as black parents is tell ourselves the truth. We sent children in the direction where they're going. We sent them that way in many ways we didn't even recognize. I'm going to give us two quick examples. One of them, Tavis, is we kept telling, and in many instances we still do this, we keep telling black children to do better than me. What the hell does that mean? How in the world do you work 40 years at the post office and you went every single day and you tell a child to do better than you?
Lord.
And Tavis, you heard it. I did too. I want a life better than. I want something better for you. No, black people, stop saying that. I want my children to emulate me. Something is wrong with the people who send their children somewhere else for their example. That is the first problem. We send our children away from us when it's time for them to excel. We don't say, you go over and study Deacon so-and-so's life, and you'll see an example of consistency.
Lord Jesus.
That's what we should do. We should say, hey, don't you know Miss So-and-so cooked for 52 years in white folks' houses? Go and learn the art of the biscuit. See, that's what we should do. That's error number one. The second error is there are ways that we, our generation, taught our children to be overly materialistic. Ooh! Tavis, follow me.
Hold up. Overly materialistic. When we come forward, I'm gonna let him unpack that. I'm looking at my clock now, and I know the first sentence he gets out, I got to cut him off. So hold that thought. Overly materialistic. We will pick up on that part when we come forward on Tavis Smiley with our guest, Dr. Daniel Black.
This is getting good.
Yeah, man.
Tavis Smiley continues when we come forward.
We asked seniors how to prevent Medicare scams.
My best advice, if you get a phone call, do not talk to the person. These people are well-trained. Don't talk to them.
They don't know me. They're just trying to scam me.
Don't be fooled. Hang up. Just hang up.
Never give out your Medicare number.
They're going to get your number to put in a false claim.
If I get a call from someone, I don't pick up the phone. And should I pick up the phone and they ask for information, then I hang up.
How do you detect Medicare fraud?
Just like I check my credit card statements, I check my Medicare statements monthly.
Scammers can get a hold of your number, order medical devices through your account, and you're not even going to know about it if you don't look at your statement.
Check your statement every month.
If you get your statement and you see something that you know you did not have done, you report it.
Call your senior Medicare Patrol.
To report Medicare fraud, call the Senior Medicare Patrol at 855-613-7080.
We've got a lot to talk about.
Hi, I'm Zoe Williams, a.k.a. the Voice of Reason, encouraging you to join me weekdays from 7 to 9 p.m. for the world's most intriguing relationship radio roundtable. Every night, I facilitate and encourage our loyal listeners to participate in the most engaging relationship discussions you'll hear anywhere. So make it a point to rendezvous with me, Zoe Williams, the Voice of Reason, Monday through Friday, 7 to 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Trust me, your relationships will never be the same. The VOR is on fire tonight.
Unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580. We've got your black.
We asked seniors how to prevent Medicare scams.
My best advice, if you get a phone call, do not talk to the person. These people are well-trained. Don't talk to them.
They don't know me. They're just trying to scam me.
Don't be fooled. Hang up. Just hang up.
Never give out your Medicare number.
They're going to get your number to put in a false claim.
If I get a call from someone, I don't pick up the phone. And should I pick up the phone and they ask for information, then I hang up.
How do you detect Medicare fraud?
Just like I check my credit card statements, I check my Medicare statements monthly.
Scammers can get a hold of your number, order medical devices through your account, and you're not even going to know about it if you don't look at your statement.
Check your statement every month.
If you get your statement and you see something that you know you did not have done, you report it.
Call your senior Medicare Patrol.
To report Medicare fraud, call the Senior Medicare Patrol at 855-613-7080.
We've got a lot to talk about.
Race, culture wars, political turf battles, criminal justice and injustice, the courts. These are the conversations you won't hear elsewhere. My guests are leading journalists, celebrities, and sports figures, elected leaders, and influencers. They aren't afraid to get into it and say the quiet part out loud. With Ariva Martin in real time, Your commute just became the most engaging part of your day. Tune in weekdays from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. or find us on YouTube. Ariva Martin in real time when you want it straight, no chaser.
Unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580. We've got your black. More honesty than you can handle. More empowerment than you can imagine. You're tuned in to Tavis Smiley.
Here he come, y'all. Here he come. Here he come, y'all. Here he come. Dr. Daniel Black, you were talking about over-materialism. Take it away.
Yes. In other words, Tavis, one of the things that black parents did from the civil rights movement forward, and I have almost met no black parents who didn't do this. We thought we were doing a good thing, but we actually ruined our children, I believe. And that is, we over-provided for them. In other words, if you have a child who's got 10 pair of shoes, 12 pair of sneakers, more shirts and shoes than they could wear in 2 weeks, and then you all of a sudden, when they get 16, you want them to have drive and ambition. You ruined it by giving them 10 times. Most parents, you know what we were really doing? We were giving our children what we thought we wanted. But material things, excess does not produce drive. What produces drive is the exact opposite. What we really should have done, Tavis, one pair of shoes, dress shoes, one pair of shoes for school. 2 pair of shoes, period. What we should have taken the TVs out of those rooms. What we should have done was 2 or 3 pair of shirts, 2 or 3 pair of pants, period. Why? Because then a child would want to leave your house in search of something what they dreamed of as being better. We made our black children's lives so comfortable because we've been waiting for 400 years to do it as what we thought was our right. Because I would like for my child the same thing other folks have for their kids.
So to your refrain, here they come, y'all, here they come. Here they come, y'all, here they come. When they send them, when they come to your classroom, and because they've been spoiled already and they are not motivated, and then you have to inspire them and get them to do the work and to not be lazy, et cetera, how do you deal with that encounter?
The first thing I do is tell them, hey, when coming in this room, this is not a place of convenience. This is not a place of ease. My job here is not to make to make the process easy for you. My job is to make you discover yourself. That's number one. And you know the first thing I do, Tavis? Get pencil and paper. I don't want a tablet. I don't want a phone. I don't want come on, somebody.
Yeah.
I don't want a computer. Get pencil and paper. And Tavis, many of them say, I don't even have it. I don't even own it. Go to a bookstore and get it. Get it right now. I want pencil and paper or pen and paper. Some of them say literally, like I take all my notes on my phone. I want paper and pencil.
And why? Why?
And here's why. Because when a person physically writes with your own hand, you're etching it into your consciousness. When you write something with your hand, your brain has to process. That's how you remember. And I'm trying to create kids who can remember and remember. And also, if you lose your phone, there go your notes.
You gotta love his pedagogy. I didn't know why that was his expression in his classroom. But he's explained it, and I totally get it. It makes absolute perfect sense. I respect, once again, the pedagogy of Dr. Daniel Black. Our remaining moments with him when we come forward on Tavis Smiley.
More of Tavis Smiley when we come forward.
If you're like me, 60 and retired, making ends meet, especially here at the supermarket and drugstore, is tough. I'm so blessed to have found benefitscheckup.org. It's a free and confidential website from the National Council on Aging that connected me to $1,200 a year in programs that help pay for food, medicine, utilities, and more. Maybe it can help you. benefitscheckup.org.
You know where you want to go in life, and City National Bank can help. City National knows the dedication it takes to build your vision for the future into a reality, and our team is here for you. We have a wide range of options to help, from personal savings accounts to interest-bearing money market savings accounts and more, all designed to help you get where you want to go. City National, here for every stage of the journey. Learn more at cnb.com. City National Bank is a subsidiary of Royal Bank of Canada. Member FDIC.
When you're young, life is full of choices. Don't let opioids like highly addictive and deadly fentanyl take away your life with just one wrong pill. Addiction is a disease that can affect anyone at any age. But there is a choice to get help for this disease. Find medically proven treatment options, including virtual, at choosemat.org.
Have you heard of the 50-30-20 rule? This can help you spend and save your money wisely. So, how does it work? Distribute your dollars into 3 buckets. 50% towards needs, 30% towards your wants, and 20% goes to savings. Use this tool to help your journey to financial success. Sponsored by J.P. Morgan Chase & Company.
My ride smells just right, just right, just right, just right.
Y'all gotta try that Febreze car.
Just right, just right, just right. La 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 la. With up to 40 days of consistency, all over Febreze car clips right on your vent. You know my car's my happy place. Keep that smile on my face when it smells just right, just right, just right. Yeah, breathe happy Febreze. La 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 la.
Helping to make you the most knowledgeable person in your circle of friends. This is Tavis Smiley.
This is Tavis Smiley in conversation with Dr. Daniel Black as we celebrate Juneteenth. I've got 4 minutes left here, and I'm going to yield it to the professor of African American Studies from Clark Atlanta University. It's been a sobering conversation about Juneteenth and about the state of our people and about our future. It's always sobering when Dr. Daniel Black shows up, and I don't need to color this final question any more than this. These last 3.5 minutes belong to you, sir, to assess for us how you are processing this Juneteenth holiday and how you see the future of our people.
I would say 2 things, Tavis. One of those is most people don't know the real point of Juneteenth actually was not the party. It wasn't the barbecue. That's not what our ancestors did on June 19th, 1865. That's not what our ancestors did. What our ancestors did, Tavis, that's really what makes Juneteenth a celebration, is our ancestors started walking. And they started walking because they were looking for family members sold away. They started searching for one another, from Texas to Louisiana to Arkansas to Tennessee to South Carolina. They walked all over the South asking, have you seen my son? Have you seen my child? Have you seen my mother? They literally spent years and years trying to put black families back together that had been separated during slavery. That's the real achievement of the Juneteenth years. There's a book called Help Me Find My People by Heather Williams that explains this, that I think is extremely important. And out of that comes a thing black people call the family reunion. This is why we have family reunions, Kat. The family reunion came out of this search for black families once slavery ended. And we are still searching. And I think it's beautiful and important. The thing I would tell us to do more than anything on today, on this Juneteenth, is gather children together. If you gather them together to listen to my speech, wonderful. If you gather them together to watch PBS in terms of a civil rights movement, whatever. But gather children together and make them know us. Don't give them the option not to know their resilience and their brilliance. Don't give them the option not to know the price that was paid for them. Make sure they know it.
I can tell you one way they will know it, and that is to sit down today. I say it again. I said it earlier. If you've got a few minutes today, trust me on this. I've never steered y'all wrong, and I never will. My job is to expose you to everything that I see that I think will empower you. If you have not seen the commencement speech by Dr. Daniel Black this year at Clark Atlanta University, I promise you it will elevate you in ways today that you cannot imagine. Get your kids, get some folk in your house, and Google it and just sit and watch it. And I promise you, you will be empowered today on Juneteenth to do the work that you need to do in the days ahead. Dr. Daniel Black, always, sir, an honor to have you on. We will do it again sooner than you think, I hope. Thank you for your time. Happy Juneteenth to you, sir.
And happy Juneteenth to you, Tavis. And thank you for all you do for us as a people. Appreciate you, man.
My man, appreciate you. More Tavis Smiley when we come forward.
KBLA 1580 Santa Monica.
I'm Amber Payton. Here's the latest on the Black Information Network. The departure of Congressman Garrett Graves of Baton Rouge, Louisiana from Capitol Hill will affect two major House committees. The Republican isn't running for re-election this fall ever since his district was redrawn by state legislators who were required to create a second majority black district. The new district favors Democratic candidates. Graves serves on the Transportation and Infrastructure Committee and the Natural Resources Committee. Neither committee has many members from Gulf Coast states, so Louisiana's interests may suffer. A Chicago City Council member plans to use an unusual method to bring attention to increasing crime in the Inglewood neighborhood. 17th Ward Alderman David Moore, who is black, says he will sleep outdoors in a tent until the crime problem in his ward is fixed. The Southside Alderman says his goal is to shut down an open-air drug market that has kept his constituents inside their homes. Just yesterday morning, 7 people were wounded by 2 shooters who opened fire in the neighborhood. That's the latest. I'm Amber Payton on your home for 24/7 News, the Black Information Network, and BINnews.com.
Have a great rest of your night. Over in West LA, watch for stop delays from Centinela Avenue as an accident's on the right shoulder at the 10 East before the 405. An injury accident's been reported on the right shoulder transition